Before there was string, there was winder. And before winder, there was but one small misunderstood proto launcher. There's been a heated debate over winder versus string launchers. Which is better, which generates more power, which has more control. Even I added fuel to the fire with my video about it. There's also been countless other videos about the topic from the beginning of X's release. But through all of these arguments, there's an overwhelming amount of people who always discount, bash, and overlook the proto launcher as an inferior launcher designed to be less than a paperweight. If you're not aware, Hasbro and Takara Beyblades are exactly the same, but where they differ is in the launchers given in the starter packs. Takara by default comes with the winder launcher, but Hasbro gives you this dinky little proto launcher instead, a widely considered inferior product. Let's quickly look at why. With nothing but a glance, you can already make assumptions based on the size difference. Proto launchers are small and lack the power a bigger, beefier winder launcher can produce. Which, fair enough. If we look at the internals, it's evident that the proto launcher is basic in its construction, almost archaic. The proto launcher comes with about 4 inner parts that, when put together, make the base spin. It uses a single gear ratio with what is a very small gear. This is what the ripcord is being pulled through to generate the power and spin. The winder launcher, on the other hand, comes with 5 parts. 3 parts that are not necessary for the spin function. The winder has a multi-gear ratio. 3 different sized gears that work in tandem. This single combined piece is what essentially the proto launcher is. But by adding 2 more gears, you get that extra boost in power. Here's a little breakdown of what's going on. The winder launcher produces more power and higher RPM because its multi-gear system multiplies the energy from your pull. The ripcord first spins a small gear, which drives a much bigger gear that adds torque. And that larger gear then spins a medium gear that boosts speed again. That's a lot of gears. With more teeth engaging, longer lever arms, and multiple gear ratios working together, the bigger launcher captures and transfers far more energy to the Beyblade than the tiny single gear proto launcher ever can. So even with the same pull force and speed, the bigger launcher converts more of the pull into rotational energy. Damn, what are we in school? Nerd! If that wasn't all, it also comes with a significantly smaller ripcord. Like, look at this compared to the BX ripcords and the even longer UX-CX ripcords. It's atrocious, as if nerfing it once wasn't enough. But like I explained, having less teeth means less spin. So overall, the proto launcher is designed mechanically to be a lesser version of the winder counterpart. But here's what I say. Fuck that shit. It's the best launcher ever made. I don't need no big fancy ass launcher to win. To the trash with you. So I'm putting it to the test. I'm going to do a 3v3 deck battle, same exact bays, same exact combos. That way it's a controlled environment to really put these launchers to the test. Who will win, proto or winder? Place your bets in the comments below. Okay, but first off, let's alleviate one of the glaring issues. The size. I was speedrunning arthritis trying to hold this shit. There's been a bit of a hubbub about accessories, cosmetics, and gear in the community as of late. And to that, all I say is refer back to my prior statement above. So even with the same pull force and speed, the bigger launcher converts more pull into rotational energy, meaning me adding a launcher grip isn't giving me a mechanical advantage. There's no difference in performance of the proto launcher. It still functions the same as it did. Quick shout out to Glaze Fox 3D Printing. I am in no way associated with them. I am not sponsored by them either. I thought this launcher looked cool and wanted it for myself. I'll link their Etsy shop in the description, and I think they also have a YouTube channel, so go check them out. But you know who does sponsor this channel? Mall of Toys. They got the pre-orders out for Meteor Dragoon, links in the description, and use my code CASUAL at checkout for 5% off your order. Alright, that's enough yapping. Let's see how the proto launcher does against the big boys. 2, 1, go shoot! Two, one, go shoot! One, go shoot! Two, one, go shoot! Go shoot! Three, two, one, go shoot! One, go shoot! One, go shoot! Go shoot! One, go shoot! One, go shoot! Two, one, go shoot! One, go shoot! Three, two, one, go shoot! Well, 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 look at that. In a surprise twist of fate, the proto launcher comes out on top. With a controlled environment where both players have the same bays and combos, the proto launcher stands in equal footing to the winder launcher. I guess it's less dependent on the launcher itself and more on the bays being used maybe. I think what's evident is if you're not booting your opponent into the pockets with the first few strikes, you're automatically losing the round to at least a spin finish because of the lack of spin generated by the proto launcher. But since Beyblade X is so explosive and at times random as fuck, the initial bouts are anyone's game. And with Beyblade X, that's all you kinda need sometimes. Are you guys as shocked as I am? Let me know in the comments what you thought about this test. Like, come on. That shit was kind of a profound revelation in Beyblade X history, don't you think? Was this not enough to shut up all the constant criticism the proto launcher gets? Okay, fine. I know there's gonna be a bunch of naysayers, and I totally get it. So, next time on Casual Beyblader X, we take the proto launcher to the tournaments and show the whole community that big things come in small packages.